very important social science disciplines taught at the undergraduate level in Delhi University have seen syllabus revision, syllabus reworking under what we call the university, the UGCF curriculum framework for undergraduate courses 2022 और ये NEP 2020 ने mandate किया है कि आपको एक 4 years undergraduate program बनाना है. तो उस हिसाब से we have seen how the history department of Delhi University has reframed its syllabi for undergraduate level. Now we saw in the process of the month of April, May onwards of this year that when the Department of History was revisiting its syllabus and framing it according to a 4-year undergraduate program, there was a lot of pressure on the department and similarly on many other disciplines, especially in the social sciences, to steer clear of, putting in their papers concepts, terms, which are very critical to their disciplines, but which, help a student understand the differences, the hierarchy, the complexity of Indian traditions and the social systems. So one of these concepts is Brahminization, and it is a concept that we use to teach the history of Indian religion, social structure, cultural traditions in the Indian subcontinent, and it's in a part of a paper that has been taught for almost 5 years by the history department in colleges to other students of other departments. Now, we have been pressurized for the last 3 months to drop a concept like Brahminization and to replace it in our paper, now called Religious Traditions in the Indian Subcontinent, to replace it and just talk about, in the same sub-theme, the various different religious traditions that existed in the Indian subcontinent, like Shaivism, Shaktism, etc. Now, the concern of many of us teachers, in the University of Delhi is that, just by replacing, a very important conceptual tool, a term like Brahminization, with a whole number of religious traditions names, you're not helping, the student to understand the various ways in which these different religious traditions are positioned vis-a-vis each other. You're also restraining the space of the department, history teachers, to use a concept like Brahminization to talk about the history of social inequality in the Indian subcontinent. And the Brahminical view which existed and justified dogmatic, prescriptions about status, who belongs where in Indian society. So these have to be used as a very crucial concepts, and expunging them from an important paper of history which is taught to students of other departments is very unfortunate. There's been pressure on us to also drop conceptual terms, terminology from other papers as well. So one very important example that also comes to mind is a paper on gender history in the Indian subcontinent, which again the history department teaches to its honors, history honors students. And this is again a paper we've been teaching for at least 5 years. Here also we saw that there's a lot of pressure being put in the last 3 or 4 months when we were reframing the syllabus to fit it into the 4-year undergraduate program. Why are you using this concept and emphasizing in your gender history paper patriarchy? Why not talk about matriarchy? Why not talk about matrilocality? Now again what we see is you are making a department जहाँ पे हिस्ट्री टीचर्स ने अपने गवर्निंग बॉडीज़, एक स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है, अपने कमेटी ऑफ कोर्सेज अनदर स्टैट्यूटरी बॉडी है, हिस्ट्री टीचर्स कैसे अपने कलेक्टिव विजडम के थ्रू पेपर्स फ्रेम करते हैं और पढ़ाते रहे हैं, आप उन सारे कलेक्टिव डिसीजंस को, विजडम को आप साइडलाइन करके important terms like patriarchy को एक gender history paper से drop करा रहे हैं. अब इससे क्या हुआ? You again don't want the student in the classroom to engage closely with, again, gender inequality that has historically existed and जिसके बहुत सारे पहलू आज भी इंडियन सोसाइटी में एग्जिस्ट करते हैं. आप ये इस पूरे अंडरस्टैंडिंग को डाइल्यूट करना चाहते हैं by just again descriptively listing out various forms of family structure, like a matriarchal structure, and saying that matriarchy भी थी, patriarchy भी थी. लेकिन patriarchy क्यों थी, उसका इतिहास के डेंसिटी में जाने का जो स्पेस था पहले, आप उसको रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना चाहते. So these are very problematic, high-handed ways of pressurizing, experts, subject experts in departments like in Delhi University, in the case of history department, to dilute its syllabus.